Hello everyone, my name is Amber Vale and I'm just going to talk about Ramadan and Muslim prayer and fasting. So what is Ramadan? Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. Muslims across the globe observe this as a time of prayer and fasting. Also, yearly observance to Ramadan is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Why is Ramadan important? Well, the Quran, which is their scripture, was revealed to the Muslim prophet Muhammad during this month, at a time called Laylat ul-Qadr. Also, Muslims take time out of their lives during this month to deeply study the Quran and recite from it as much as they can. It is said to be easier to do good during this month because the devils are in chains for the entire month. Also, Ramadan is important to self-mastery over the body and mind. When does Ramadan happen? Well, it's a month, so it lasts from 29 to 30 days, and it is based on the visual sightings of the new moon. Since Ramadan is a lunar month, the sightings will change depending on where in the world you are located. So basically, American Muslim would start Ramadan at a different time than, say, a Pakistani Muslim. And since it's lunar, Ramadan is recognized 11 days earlier each and every year. The fasting itself occurs from dawn to sunset. So basically any time that the sun is up. What is the purpose of fasting? Basically, the Muslims believe that fasting will teach them self-control over their bodies. And in our religion, I find that is a similar principle that we teach about fasting. Ramadan teaches to curb the appetites of the body in order to come closer to God. Muslims try to increase their self-control during this month in all areas of the body, which include food, sleep, sex, and use of time. Also, many Muslims will give up a bad habit during this month to become more devoted to Allah. So, do all Muslims fast? All Muslims who are healthy are obligated to fast during this time to be considered devout. However, there are always exceptions to these rules, and the exceptions to fasting during Ramadan are sick people, travelers, menstruating women or pregnant women, and also children who have not yet hit puberty. The people who are able-bodied are, not required, but they're encouraged to make up this fast by either fasting at a different time or giving food to the poor and needy. I found myself questioning if they ever ate when I didn't know very much about Ramadan, but through my studies I found that suhoor, which is a pre-dawn meal, is eaten by those observing Ramadan before the sun rises. And then during the daylight hours, they do not eat, and then as soon as the sun goes down, they have iftar, which is an evening meal where the fast is broken after sunset and evening prayers. The reason why I have dates pictured here is because dates are the traditional food to break the fast each day. A big part of Ramadan is the prayers, and the Taraweeh prayers are long prayers that are recommended but not required. They are 1.5 to 2 hour long prayers that take place in the mosque. The prayers improve relationships between the person and Allah, and also the individual and their Muslims in the community, because it gives them a chance to meet in the same place and interact with each other. The mosques themselves will recite 1/30 of the Quran each night of the month, and then by the time the month is over, they will have gone over the entire Quran and learned that entire amount of scripture again. I cannot pronounce this very well, but Itikaf refers to going into seclusion during the last 10 nights of Ramadan in order to seek Laylat ul-Qadr by praying and reading the Quran. So during this time, they'll go and they'll read and pray to become closer to God at a more personal level. And it is said to stand in prayer on the Laylat al-Qadr is said to be better than 1,000 months of worship, which is very significant.